Previously on $1 Billion Showdown.
One of you guys in front of me is going to be crowned the first $1 Billion Showdown champion. But in order to be my business partner, you guys need to go through a marathon like you've never seen before. It all starts with this: the first ever no sugar, naturally sweetened kids multivitamin gummy. You guys are going in front of the press today.
My daddy says you're like a chicken with its head cut off. Are you funny at work?
I think so.
You made a brownie that tastes like dog doo-doo.
You guys all passed your interviews.
Awesome.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning.
Hello.
Are you guys ready for your next challenge?
Yes.
This will test your creativity to the max. You will be building brand plans. Brand plans are the most essential things needed for any successful brand. Because of its importance, I brought on two of my closest friends, Kim Perrell, author, serial entrepreneur, and owner of 100.co, and Jelka, my chief strategy officer of No Sugar and Joyburst. Are you guys ready to dive into the challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. You guys will be evaluated on three important things. First is the logo. Our No Sugar logo is seen all around the world for quality. The second thing will be a slogan. A slogan is a marketing sentence that brings your consumer into your brands. Last but not least will be the presentation. This is where your uniqueness can be put into each of those presentations. Now, here are the rules. You will have 3 hours to build your presentation, and you'll have access to one of the top creative designers to help you out. With slogan on the mind, it's time to show down.
So we have to make a brand plan, basically just kind of starting from scratch.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Ariana, nice to meet you.
Jackson.
A logo, a slogan, color scheme.
I'm gonna be a consultant. I'm a visual designer. I'm gonna just kind of be walking you through everything for the brand identity.
I have to do a lot of research. I'm thinking this is exciting because I get to try it again.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing? Nice to meet you, Julian.
Musa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Dope sweater, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They call me No Mercy Musa, all right? Let's get to war right now.
The product line will be called Mighty Minis. We want to, again, have that Roblox feel, but the actual product is called Mighty Minis.
Okay.
What is the main thing that every youth, boy and girl have in common? Video games. In every game, you have to level up, but how do you level up?
Yeah.
You have to have strength, endurance, mind, body, power. You have to make sure that, your health is always at 100%.
I instantly started thinking about my own childhood. Some themes that are really focused around heroes.
Yeah.
You want super strength and eat this, and this vitamin leads to having faster speed or...
What kind of product can I get behind as a consumer? It's gotta be one that I think speaks a little bit more to working class people. The name of the product is gonna be Little Rich Kid Gummies.
Yep.
It's not just financially rich.
They always played Roblox together, Minecraft, Fortnite. I have 2 children, and one of the main things they do is play video games. That popped.
That, you like that?
That popped. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I also knew that when I have something on the shelf, I need to grab the consumer's attention.
Doing the research that I did, the US being a driver of this particular market, and then a major subset of the consumer being working women, which is a group very near and dear to my heart, I was really excited about this one.
Gourmets.
Gourmets, ooh. We'll put that here.
When I was working with Julian, it was an absolute pleasure, and I was very impressed with his precision, with his knowledge of all the tools, him being able to make things come to life as I'm speaking them.
All right, so now I need to put the
emblems. Let's get going on these emblems. We don't have time. I need to make this very, very attractive for a child, but the designer, he's a little slow. I'm like, pick up the speed. We gotta go. We don't have much time.
Armed with their unique brands and captivating designs, our finalists are now ready to present. Musa is the first to step into the ring. Let's show down.
Obviously, we're all here to speak about the new gummies that are gonna be taking place that have no sugar, right? And obviously, this gentleman doesn't look like he's very happy. This is a perfect representation of myself at that age. That actually isn't me, if you're wondering. But the fact of the matter is that that is millions of kids around the world right now. And so I would like to present to you Super Duper Gourmet Gummies. How's it selling to the parent? By letting them know, hey, listen, this is no sugar, right? But then also, how is it selling to the parent in regards to, hey, gives them super focus, right? We've done the research on the vitamins that are gonna allow kids to focus better in school. What kid doesn't want their children to be able to pay the most attention during school, retain that knowledge, have super wisdom, super brain, super power, right? As I'm doing my presentation, I'm realizing that, you know, hey, I'm hitting them with a lot of these facts and a lot of this research, but that's not really getting them excited. I was like, I know I have the ability to get people excited, you know, and my silver bullet, my superpower right now is the fact that I know how to make music and know how to make catchy jingles. And so let me drop the bomb on them right now. With that being said, I want you to kind of
don't tell us you have a jingle.
It might happen. Hey kids, it's that magical time of the day to power up. And then you're telling the kids, hey, listen, if you're tired of being weak and you want to be strong and you want to be focused, eat gummies. If you want to plan it, eat gummies. Eat them every day and eat gummies. If you want to feel good, eat gummies. Want to get smarter, eat gummies. If you feel power, eat gummies. Energy for hours, eat gummies. If you feel good, and eat gummies. If you want to win, then eat gummies. Eat gummies. Everybody got it, eat gummies. Wow, incredible. Eat gummies. Eat gummies. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you,
Well
thank you,
done.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, the energy that you brought today was off the charts. Your
that.
singing capabilities was second to mine.
Okay.
But rather than that, you did a really great job with getting the energy about these gummies, 100%. The first thing that came to mind is that you talked a lot about how when you're younger and you were having spinach, you didn't like the taste of it. And then you added a performance to it that made you want to do it, right? But you hit on a key insight. And that key insight is that kids only want things that taste great. And so there was never much talked about how, or even marketed about how great this thing's gonna taste. So that's something I think was an opportunity to explore, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Jelka, let's start with you.
So I understand you wanted to market it and associate these gummies with superheroes, right?
Yes, exactly.
So would it be custom superheroes that we would build just for this, or would it be like a licensing deal, which would
Well,
cost
it plays
a lot?
in both. The ultimate goal in my mind would be the fact that we would be able to partner with one of these major movies, right? Because then it's a lifetime that you can ride the waves consistently of them. And hey, the new Incredible Hulk one.
Right.
All those would be great.
The big key thing though is almost every single gummy company has a licensing deal with like Toy Story, or they have it with Critters, or they have. So the licensing deal part has not, it doesn't bring new news to the retailer or to the customer. They're like, it's almost expected. So what really intrigues me is owning the characters, building the characters out yourself.
Yeah, I agree, but also I liked your campaign. I loved your jingle.
Thank you.
It's got like a little
vibe to it, a little Miami vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got a good vibe. I similar to you, Brett, I thought it's missing the flavor. I have 4 kids. So like the flavor has to be number one, because else they're like, I don't want that gummy, Mom.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want the other one. So the flavor to me is like front and center. I mean, they go to school and they all get sick. So if you could tell me why it's gonna prevent maybe some of that, that'd be like a
100%.
home run hit.
All right, great job.
Thanks so much.
Musa used his superpowers to shake up the boardroom. Will our next entrepreneur be able to do the same? Next up, Ariana.
Hello,
Hey.
Nice to see you all. Good to see you again, Brad. So, no sugar company, Mighty Minis. Mighty Bites, Mini Bites, Mighty Nutrients. So what's the problem here today? So the problem that we're facing today is that 1 in 10 children in the US suffer from some sort of vitamin deficiency. And 90% of minority children suffer from some sort of suboptimal vitamin deficiency or gut-related issue. Most vitamin gummies on the market have high in sugar, and it's about 12% of their daily intake. 12%. I mean, that's a lot, right? So how do we solve for this problem? And what makes us unique? For one, we are naturally sweetened. We're packed with nutrients and probiotics. But most importantly, we are bilingual. So I present to you Mighty Minis, Mini Bites, Mighty Nutrients, for kids, para niños. These bright colors that we use we're in line and in theme with the current products we already have on the market. So I wanted to differentiate a little bit, but still keep with the common theme brand and the color palette of our traditional bestsellers, because we know that works. That font is a very gaming font. And we all know that every child between the ages of 4 and 12, they are gamers. We are in an era of gamers. What I was thinking was to create some buzz before we actually launch this product, is to have a contest for a character to be on that left-hand corner. So we'll create some buzz, we'll get some buy-in before this even hits the shelves. Another great idea I have for this product is a quick jingle, because we want to keep it short.
Jingles are back.
We want to keep it sweet.
Who knew?
So for today's sake, since I don't have any instrumental beats created, I'm not that talented.
Okay.
I'll just have to go a cappella for you guys.
Ooh, wow.
Let's hear it. I'll take you to the candy shop.
Ooh, a little 50 Cent.
Mighty Minis is what I got. Naturally sweetened, it hits the spot.
Yeah.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
So good.
There we go.
Amazing. Well done. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So you immediately gave the credibility that No Sugar Company had and put that on by the makers of No Sugar. It's really smart. You're leveraging the asset that is already there. The Hispanic part is a little bit something that, you know, I think there's ways to do it, and I think that your thought process is really great. But ultimately, that jingle was like next level. You kind of came in here a bit flat. If you come in with that jingle and just say, hey, I have this new, first of its kind, kid, no sugar multivitamin, and I've come up with just a little jingle to get us going, you'll have us eating out the palm of your hand. Like, that was your go-to asset, and it was great. Like, you brought it, like, well done. I just would have brought it at the beginning of the presentation.
I really do love that you've shown us what the product looks like, and it's obvious that you're very comfortable and you know what children want. So I think that from that perspective, I really liked it, and I love the fact that you incorporated our No Sugar logo on the packaging, so that was definitely a plus, and your jingle was really fun, so well done.
Thank you.
I thought you did a really great job with the little time that you had to prepare. The detail and depth of your presentation was excellent.
Thank you.
So I like the idea of having a contest to try to get more engagement, and I think that's really smart, and I like the gaming aspect. I think you did a really great job.
To be honest with you, you nailed it. So well done.
2 finalists down, 2 to go. Next up, Kristen C.
It's time for the presentation. I have a little bit of nervousness around the technology and my PowerPoint, but it's time. You have to go on, just get it done.
Before you start, I have some great news for you.
Okay.
I talked to the IT team, and I guarantee you this presentation's going off.
Okay, that's great news. That is wonderful news. What I'd like to do is start with a story. I'd like to introduce you to a little girl and her family. And that little girl is listening in as her mom and dad have a hard conversation. They're talking about food. They're at the grocery store. And they're talking about the items in their shopping cart. And she hears her parents talking about the cost of orange juice, the price of this, the price of that, and whether or not they're going to be able to afford all of the items in that particular cart. The little girl registers in her mind, oh no, mom and dad are struggling over a couple of dollars and orange juice. But as this little girl grows up, she thinks back to those conversations, and they sort of propel her moving forward in every decision, including how she wants to take care of her own kids in future. This little girl is me. I grew up very poor. And why do I bring up this story? Because for our child gummies, the target market, driven right now in large part by the US, is working women. And their story doesn't always look like puppies and candy canes and glitter. Their story can be challenging, difficult, painful. And for some of them, $25 for some gummies is a luxury item.
I'm dying to see what you're gonna show us.
Okay, I threw a lot of slides in there. Do you want me to jump over to it and then switch back?
Yes, I want you to like embrace our curiosity, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so this is the packaging that we usually see. And some of my other slides are discussing the kind of brand identity that I'd like to see, which is a little bit more focused on how moms are feeling, what their focus is. So Here's what we would like to do. The brand name is Lil Rich Kids Gummies. Yes.
What are you smiling about?
It doesn't match the story.
That's what, go on.
Well, let me explain how I think that it does. I'd like to see a brand that redefines rich, not in terms of wealth, but in terms of wealth of happiness, wealth of health, both for the mom and for the child.
And what's the character?
So we showed you two things here in case you didn't like the character, but the character is sort of a little dollar bill play on, like Bill on Capitol Hill kind of throwback.
Okay. So where I guess is your slogan in this?
It's here. I apologize that it's started to see a daily investment in your kids' health.
The bottle that's behind it is another rendition of the one that's in front of it?
I think we have a bigger one here.
Okay.
Just sort of not on the bottle.
Okay. You had a great starting story. It was an emotional story. You had us at the edge of our seats. And then you followed it up with a bunch of boring stuff. Once you had us with your emotional story, that to me is the opportunity to strike and say, I got the world's first no sugar, naturally sweetened kids gummy that took me my entire life savings, my entire company's team, and hours and everything that we had over the last 18 months to make this possible. And that little girl that fought through all that adversity organized a team to make that happen.
The rich kids, it might be too aspirational. I don't know.
It could be polarizing.
It could be polarizing, but that's not necessarily always a bad thing.
No,
it's
it's not.
just that I don't know if it would feel ostentatious to have that in a cupboard.
I really like the story and I understand the target audience. Unless you unpacked it for me as rich as in health, wellness, I would have a hard time giving it to my children, but they love the vitamin. They want fun, they want characters, they want it to taste great, and so I have a hard time connecting with the brand.
I really, really think that you are extremely bright. In my opinion, you're so calculated, you never stray that far from your set agenda. And so I keep challenging you that you need to let your personal entrepreneur come out and take in that there is going to be facets where whoever you're presenting to needs to interject.
Honestly, Brad, just doing the first story and it was specific to me, being vulnerable with you guys in that way was
You know what?
Oh no, they didn't catch my actual attempt to be vulnerable. Like I tried.
I congratulate you on that. That's a journey in itself. But you really got to feel more and more comfortable with saying, this is who I am and this is what I'm going to represent.
The presentation wasn't my best, so maybe it would have been good if there were some technical difficulties. Thank you all.
Thanks,
All right,
Kristen.
take care.
While one Kristen struggled to get her brand across, the next believes she can level up in the boardroom.
I'm getting ready to start my presentation.
How are we today?
We're great.
I definitely am a little upset because I know it's not as polished as I would want it to be, but I think I kind of nailed it.
As you guys know, my name is Kristen M, and I am ecstatic to bring you the first ever product from Be a Better You. It's called Level Up. As you know, times have changed. We are no longer in princesses and running on barefoot floors and I'm trying to think of another way to say Flintstones.
Kristen, you got this. You've prepared for this. Deep breath and just let it roll. Talk from the heart. Anything you flubbed, it does not matter. We know what you want.
Okay.
Oh my God, I am bombing this presentation again.
Why is this product the best product that you will ever have in your entire life? Because I made it. No, I'm just kidding. This product is the first ever zero sugar multivitamin gummy. What this product is it's for children. And what do children do? They play video games. So what is the best way to market to all children? Video games. This is gonna give you the longest lasting marketing tool. Wait. So the gaming world has taken over So we're gonna say, move over Flintstones and Level Up has arrived. From WebMD, which is 90% of children from both genders starting to game at the age of 3 and 4. Want to know another fun fact? That is also the exact time that pediatricians recommend a multivitamin for children. 97% of all youths play video games. It's strong, it's long-lasting, it's gender-neutral. It resonates with over 90% of our targeted audience. It's easily marketable. While the games may change, the premises of leveling up doesn't. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Leveled Up is a timeless marketing strategy. I have made this product leveled up. So I've got to ask you guys, have you leveled up today?
All right, Kristen, thank you very much. Is the packaging of this game console?
So the way this label is created, as we know, a gummy bottle is in a circular motion. So I wanted it to be colorful and I wanted it to grab children's attentions.
Why didn't you show an image of the actual around the bottle?
That would have been a great idea. I did not think of that.
Oh, okay.
I like the concept of leveled up, and I think that it's a clever way to say you've elevated your day, you've done something that's better for you. And I also do think that there's a tie into video games. I'm not sure exactly how though, because I think that targets the children, but the buyers are actually mothers or fathers or caregivers.
I see why a kid would want this, but as a mom, I'm looking for healthy, I'm looking for nutrients, I'm looking for flavor, I'm looking for how does this benefit my child. I get from the kid's standpoint, I'm just not sure as a mom if I would, honestly, if I'd buy it.
You bring so much heart, you bring so much soul. I can tell all over your face, it means so much to you. And that is ultimately what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for someone who views this as the way to change their life and the way to make a difference in the world. There's a lot of flaws in this presentation, a lot of flaws. One of the things that I thought was really great was you went on a risk and you said, look, I want to bring this into another big category like video gaming. And that's really, really key, because if you go into a buyer and you're like, look, you already have all these normal mom, dads who buy multivitamins all the time from Flintstones and everywhere else. If you are now saying, I want to grow my category and I want to bring in a new segment, that is a brilliant, brilliant strategy. You honestly have a nugget there, in my belief, that is actually something that could be a real billion-dollar opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. That means really means the world to me. Thank you guys. I'm seeing what I truly need to work on, and it was some of the best feedback I could have gotten. It was eye-opening, and I am excited to, adapt and to work on that so I can become a better entrepreneur.
With the conclusion of all 4 presentations, the stage is now set for Brad to determine a winner.
Welcome back, finalists.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, guys. Hello.
Good. How are you guys doing?
Nervous.
Amazing. So I always like to know how you guys felt on your guys' challenge. So let's start off with Ariana. How do you feel you did?
I think I did well. I feel like there was definitely some room for improvement. Really appreciated all the constructive feedback, and I'm hoping for the best.
I think I came up with a very creative concept, something that you haven't seen in stores yet. My execution of my presentation could have definitely had some rehearsal, would have been better. But overall, I think I brought it all to the table, so I'm proud of myself.
I do believe that I brought the energy, but a place of improvement, as you had mentioned, is the fact that my logo could have been clear so that it could have been identifiable throughout the world.
I felt proud of myself for trying to be a bit more vulnerable and share something. Believe it or not, that is hard for me, but I also feel disappointed that I didn't go bigger.
This competition is looking for the best aspiring entrepreneur possible. So with that, I've talked to Jelka and I've talked to Kim extensively, and I have to pick a winner. And it was really difficult because you guys all brought something so unique to the table. With that being said, I have made my decision. The winner of this challenge is Musa. Congratulations. That was a job really well done. Creativity was off the charts. Well done. The moment that I absolutely hate most about my job is having to let someone go. But I'm looking for the best entrepreneur, so here we go. Ariana, Kristen, the person who lost this challenge is you have to wait till the next challenge. You are all safe. Congratulations. Well done, team.
He says nobody's going home. Again, and I'm like, what? Hold on. Maybe I didn't hear that right.
I hope in this competition, you guys have learned a lot about each other. Because this next part is something this show has never, ever, ever seen before. You guys will be partnering up in teams of 2. Together, as a team, you guys will work to sell the most no sugar kids multivitamin as a team. Musa, your team will use your winning design, while the other team will decide which of their designs they will use. As the winner of the previous challenge, you will receive an incredible advantage.
I knew it was coming.
I will give you the opportunity to select who you will partner up with for your team. You know your competitors pretty well at this point, so I'm going to give you a hint what your next challenge will be based on. Sales.
Oh my gosh.
Take the night to decide. It is a very important decision.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. The next challenge is double elimination.
Oh.
I will see you guys tomorrow. Get some rest.
On the next $1 Billion Showdown.
Your next challenge will be at none other than Miami-Dade Arena, the home of the Miami Heat. Yeah! The winners will save themselves from elimination and book themselves a spot in the final. The losers, they face double elimination.
Make sure to subscribe to the official Brad Woodgate YouTube channel because we will be launching a brand new episode of $1 Billion Showdown right here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, stay tuned on information how you can become a contestant on Season 2 for your chance at $1 billion.